Subscribe and download over 1 million code snippet including this tutorial from codegive.com, link in the description below. Title: Skipping the first row in a CSV file using Python Pandas. Introduction. Python Pandas is a powerful library for data manipulation and analysis, especially when working with tabular data such as CSV files. In some cases, you might want to skip the first row of a CSV file, which often contains column headers. This tutorial will guide you through the process of skipping the first row using Python Pandas with a code example. Step 1. Install Pandas. If you haven't installed Pandas yet, you can do so using pip. Step 2. Import Pandas. In your Python script or Jupyter Notebook, import the Pandas library. Step 3. Load CSV file. Assuming you have a CSV file named data.csv, use the pd_read_csv function to load the file into a Pandas DataFrame. By default, Pandas will include the first row as headers. If you want to skip the first row, proceed to the next step. Step 4. Skip the first row. To skip the first row and treat the second row as headers, or not have any headers at all, you can use the header and skip rows parameters in the pd_read_csv function. Alternatively, if you want to keep the first row as headers but skip it during data loading, you can use the following. Conclusion. Skipping the first row in a CSV file using Python Pandas is a straightforward process. By using the header and skip rows parameters of the pd_read_csv function, you can easily customize how Pandas reads your data. This tutorial should help you handle situations where the first row needs to be skipped for proper data analysis. ChatGPT. Python Pandas is a powerful library for data manipulation and analysis. Often, when working with CSV files, you may encounter scenarios where you want to skip the first row, which might contain headers. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to achieve this using Python Pandas with code examples. Make sure you have Python and Pandas installed on your system. If you don't have Pandas installed, you can install it using the following command. Let's assume we have a CSV file named data.csv with the following content. Our goal is to read the CSV file into a Pandas DataFrame while skipping the first row. In this example, we use the read_csv function from Pandas to read the CSV file into a data frame. The skip rows parameter is set to 1, indicating that we want to skip the first row. The resulting data frame, df, will contain the data from the CSV file without including the header row. Alternatively, you can use the header parameter to specify which row should be considered as the header. Set header equals 1 to skip the first row as the header. If you need to skip multiple rows or a range of rows, you can use a list of row indices with the skip rows parameter. Skipping the first row in a CSV file when using Python Pandas is straightforward. Depending on your preference and requirements, you can choose from the various options provided in this tutorial. ChatGPT.